The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Flame on, flame on, flame on, flame on, flame on. It's about that time of day, let all the warriors come out and play. You tuned in to PB Smiley and Wayne Holloway. And me, my name's Santos, the Human Torch. And it's the hottest show around, it's called Blow the Whistle Sports. And today's the day, we talking sports and we came to play. Got no filter, we say what they all afraid to say. As last time we checked, football was a man's sport. So we don't let nothing fly like you ain't got a passport. We lot of fans, we attached to y'all. We talk about everything in the catalog, from football to basketball. We never had a loss. My team's so official, got stripes like the ref. That's why they call us Blow the Whistle. Big packet on go like a loaded pistol. If you got a problem with us, let us know the issue. We giving y'all the realest talk on live. Tap in with us, btwsport.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blow the Whistle Sports. And please allow me to introduce resident funny man, comedian and actor PB Smiley.
What up?
And me, Wayne Holloway. Oh, man.
Oh, it was tough, man. It was tough. The pick that I had, the Saints fans, hey, you can't get upset with me. You got to talk to the refs again.
Oh, not the refs again.
Talk to the refs
Come on,
again.
man.
Yeah, man.
Come on, man. The refs?
Yeah,
For real?
man.
The refs?
Yeah. That was a push off. Saints fans, I apologize. That was a push off. Yeah.
Push off. But let me explain something.
Talk to me.
The Saints should have been blowing this team out.
Right.
They let them hang around. When you let somebody hang around, they can come back and hunt you, and that's what happened.
Yep.
This team, the Saints, they came out flat.
Right.
And if they would have played at their normal pace, they would have won this game. It wouldn't have been brought down to that last decision.
What?
If you want to point a finger at Drew Brees for fumbling the ball first time. Hey,
I give you right, but the blame goes outside of the referee on the coach.
Oh,
what is this dude? He's a rugby player. What are you putting him out there for? He's supposed to be in trick plays, 2 or 3 plays. He played about 40% of the game.
He did good,
but
he did exceptional.
Those are plays that, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, now the cohesiveness is gone. When I need my team to be there, we don't need no more trick plays. You ain't even in the game. Oh,
okay, I see what you're saying. The cohesiveness, of him moving the team down there and being in the drive. You think that it took him out of the drive by putting him in?
Drew Brees there, about man. He's a trick play guy, and I like him. I love that situation. But he was used too much on that game. That's too much. In the season, he was never used that much.
So you're not going to point the finger at Drew Brees. You're going to point the finger at the man.
Coach.
Oh, okay. Coach. Oh, neither one. The coach.
Coach.
Oh, okay.
Terrible coaching.
For taking Drew Brees out of the game.
Man, come on. Terrible coaching. You're going to lose rhythm when you take quarterback is a rhythm position. You just can't take me out like that. No. And Drew Brees is a Hall of Famer, and he is a MVP. Super Bowl winner. No, you tripping, man. But dude is cool. I like him. I keep saying him dude, number 7.
Hill.
He's a rugby player. That's how they played France. He looked like he should go play in England.
Hey, the way PB jumped into that, he been waiting to talk about that game. Let's get some more in the news, man.
That's what I was laughing
What's going on?
I was laughing at, I know there's a lot of new coaching staff, new coaching moves, but the funniest one has to be Joe Judge for the Giants. Have you seen him?
No.
A round of applause for this dude. You got to see him. The New York Giants, they're New York town, so that, Italian. They have got the first mob boss.
Forget about it.
They got the first mob boss ever in the field, and it's Joe Judge. You got to see him. He has the perfect suit on. He says, I'm old school. We're going to play hard. We're going to hit everybody, and he won't last a year.
Wow.
When you see him, you thinking, what's my man name? Not Don Nicoleone. Don Nicoleone. What's up, sister? Not you.
From one of the good fellas?
Not what's the guy? Joe Pesci.
Oh,
You thinking Joe Pesci? A tall version of Joe Pesci is Joe Judge. And look, Joe Pesci, Joe Judge. So that's the comical coach of the week for you guys.
The Giants got him.
Yeah,
So
he's gonna last a year.
Maybe they got him because they're gonna start whacking NFL coaches.
Comedy, yo, and it's like somebody don't do well, and it's like you got a press conference the following week. Yo, how did you think that running back? Look, he's playing like garbage. No way he plays next week. If he does, say goodbye to his knees. Like, oh wow, Joe Judge. He'll last one season.
What about the Eagles parting ways with their offensive coordinator?
Well, I gotta go.
What did he do wrong?
But if I was about to say, I'm gonna go with you on this one. You told me we can't really get on Philly like that. The parts are missing because of the injuries.
Exactly.
So
there's nothing wrong in Philly, but injuries.
Injuries.
So why would they get rid of an offensive coordinator like it was his fault?
They figure you should have made some adjustments. You had time. That's how they think it. I'm with you. I'm with you. Philly, they should have gave you another shot because, and if you listen to Philly fans, you might not agree with us, but 70% of your key players were missing 70% of the time. So how could that be his fault?
Hey, all I can say is hasta la vista, baby.
Philly, you're in for a long ride. Washington Redskins and Dallas is probably going to be their division. And speaking of the Dallas Cowboys,
dun, 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 dun.
Mr. McCarthy,
breaking news,
who we both agreed will probably coach the Cowboys, and they gave him a 5-year deal. So that means, if it was like a 7-year deal, that means they don't really have faith. 5 years, that means I know you're going to win, and we just don't know how many. So,
hey, I wanted McCarthy. I would have took McCarthy. I would have took the Saints offensive coordinator or the Kansas City offensive coordinator.
Yep.
Talking to some of my peoples from the Cali Cat Pack, Roaring Riot. We still in there. We brand new now. Brand new.
Stand up.
But, hey, we got this guy.
What you think?
He on a 7-year contract off of what you just
said.
said.
I just said that when you see somebody with a 7-year contract, you don't know him. That's like trying to make him believe we got confidence in you. Like, oh, you gave me 7 years? Cool. He's going to last a year. Maybe 2.
Maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
Because they're going to give him a chance to
that first season,
to do something.
Yeah.
What I liked about what he said was Cam's a winner. He's going to ride. He's riding with Cam. What I don't like is the uncertainty of not knowing what to expect.
Right.
I knew what to expect out of the offensive coordinator from Patriots, Kansas City offensive coordinator. I knew what to expect.
Yeah.
Out there and running gun. Let's get these points. Let's win. This is uncertainty for me, and I'm a diehard Carolina fan. You see what it is, but hey, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. My spirits are high. My spirits are high. I've talked to a lot of Carolina fans. Everybody's like, hey, it is what it is. I'm not going to condemn the man because he hasn't did anything. He can get in there and he could be a Belichick reborn.
Or what? Get these guys mixed up. Kyle Shanahan, I get him mixed up with LaFleur.
Okay,
he could be a LaFleur
or Chip Kelly.
The reason why I'm saying LaFleur is because LaFleur has gotten these guys all the way into a second round bye, first round bye.
Okay.
But nothing is saying that. We talked about this over the phone. The next question should be: is Cam Newton going to stay?
The owner said he was staying, and the coach sounds like he wants him to stay. He wants to coach him. But, so it all depends on a healthy Cam Newton come back.
Let's say he's healthy. He has 1 year left on his contract.
Right.
He could force a trade, which would be logical. Let's say you say, I'm not going to trade you, Cam.
Right.
You got a new coach, which is going to be a new system. What would you keep him for if he says, I don't want to play? I'm just saying that happens.
If he says he don't want to play, then we have options. We got a 7th round pick. We have a lot of options. We could trade him and move up and get Tua.
Yeah.
Coming out of college straight out.
And you know, we like to look at Cam, and we don't know him, but we like to assume because he's shown great support for the city of Carolina. He's been, I've met people, I know people, rest in peace, my Alex told me he witnessed how cool Cam was. He witnessed it with his own eyes, signing autographs and how he went out of his way to do it. So he loves
charity on the number one thing.
That's his guy. I mean, that's that guy when it comes down to charity. And it's not fake, it's genuine.
Exactly. He loves helping people.
So you would say he ain't gonna do that to Carolina. But let's say if he's looking at his options based off the coach, I'm 30. I'll be 31 in May.
Right.
There's 1 year left.
Right.
I mean, I know I got loyalty, but do I say this new coaching situation?
Speaking outside of the box, I would say Cam going down to Jacksonville.
But remember, he has to.
Outstanding.
He would have to say, "Look, this ain't gonna work when I get traded." Then they would have to say, "This is where." They would have to take offers. You know, they would have to say who they're going to send.
It's people that want to offer.
Okay.
It's people that want to offer. So, it's that when before the coach came out and said, or not the coach, the owner, there was already people stirring out there talking about this it'd be good for this team and that team.
Yeah.
When I think Brady might go to Chicago. To be honest
y'all hear
with
that?
you,
You Patriot
Brady,
fans?
and then if Brady goes to Chicago will go to the playoffs, and they might go deep because that defense with an offense that'll be dangerous. And Brady already showed interest in going to Chicago, getting off the Cam Newton thing. Yeah, he tweeted something that sounded like "Chi-Town, baby."
Oh, he probably was saying, you know, he go party there before he go hang out at the Super Bowl festivities.
Oh, okay. Well, there's rumors that Belichick might be calling it in to this after this season.
Yeah, call up, y'all, 323-293-3375. Does Belichick say, I'm done? I'm done cheating. I mean, I'm done coaching. You know, that'll be a good one. Belichick says he's done. And then they say, well, no, he meant he's done cheating.
Oh,
that'll be a good one.
All right.
That's a good question. Is Belichick done?
Maybe done with the Patriots.
Okay.
And the reason being, he wanted Garoppolo to be there and take over the reins and
I made a mistake.
And stop not stop the train from going.
I made a mistake. I meant Joe Judge. He's their like general manager, right? McDaniels went over to the Giants. I'm sorry, right?
Giants.
We can't do these people like that. Give us 1 second. Giants, they got McDaniels, right?
The Giants got McDaniels. Let me see.
Yeah, and Joe Judge, he's like their he's like the ruling.
He's still over there in New York. So it's Giants coach, Judge preaches.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so McDaniels didn't move?
I didn't hear anything about McDaniels, sir. Sorry about that.
Who did I hear that moved?
Okay. And moving on to the games.
Josh McDaniels wanted Brown's job in 2019. Okay. Likely to propose realignment of team leadership. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so people are after McDaniels. That's the point. They're after McDaniels.
Yes.
So do they get him? Does that mean whatever happens? Does that mean if someone gets him? Does that mean that that will be a connection to Belichick leaving or staying?
I think the team was supposed to be handed down to him.
Oh.
And Belichick was supposed to move on a couple years ago. With Tom Brady staying and him talking to the owner,
mm-hmm.
this is what happened. This is what turned out. And the team progressed in the wrong way, according to Belichick,
right.
And how he wanted to hand the team down to McDaniel.
Well, he's scheduled to meet with the Browns on Wednesday.
I don't think anybody wants to go to the Browns, not even the coach. I don't care how much money you offer him over there.
They got Beckham.
Beckham wants out. The Browns, I don't know. The Browns have a nice stink on them, and I don't know how they're going to get that stink off of them.
Yeah,
it would have to be somebody that's come in there and the players stand up and play one season and to change to throw the monkey off the back and get the things to moving.
So it would have to be somebody like Belichick. I'm talking about somebody like that in order to get it going. Not him. I'm saying it would have to be somebody with that mystique in order for them to. Oh, you know what? Let's do it.
I think it has to be some unknown person to come in there and just make something happen. make something happen because no matter how good the team is on paper, when they play, it's just trash, and I don't get it. Well, it makes no sense. But let's get into these games. The number one that we were talking about, Vikings and Saints.
Was that it for the news? No more news?
Unless you have something juicy.
Any news stories, y'all? Y'all got to say something. What they saying on Facebook? I know they got some story for us. One more story for us.
No, we got LJ Fishon and Steven Rubain watching us right now. But
okay, what up, y'all? Oh, the last story. They're gonna get that ain't no story. That's weak. But, yeah.
Vikings Saints. Saints should have won the game.
Saints, yeah.
But you know what? We really disrespected the Vikings. The Vikings yes, we did.
We disrespected Kirk Cousins.
But
we just did. We knew they could play.
Dissing Kirk Cousins, we disrespected the Vikings because we just put out the Saints because of how the Saints are built up and how that team able to move the ball the way they move the ball.
Right.
But the Vikings ain't no joke with the defense and the personnel.
We all said this. If you look back at all of the shows, bro, you said this 1,000 times. The team is perfect. Kirk has to do it. He finally did it. So I'm gonna give y'all props.
See. I'm a realist.
Okay.
I can't give Kirk Cousins props because the Saints didn't play a game. Kirk Cousins came through. Yes, he did. But he came through off of mistakes. A win is a win.
Yep.
But see, I'm not talking about my team. See, if I was talking about my team, people would think I was making up excuses.
Right.
I'm talking about two teams that I have no invested interest in, but just the love of football.
Right.
And the Vikings won the game, but the Saints gave that game away.
I agree.
Period.
But games like that, Kirk wouldn't even pull off. So he got to get some credit. The question is,
he'll get credit from me this coming week if he's able to do it. And they have the team to do it. If Kirk Cousins plays a real game, not the game he played against the Saints, because if he played that game against San Francisco, they would for surely lose. He has to go up there and be the Kirk Cousins that's during the season on one of those days where we like Kirk Cousins about to do nothing and he just stands up and throws 350 yards, 2 touchdowns to Thielen, one to Diggs. And, man, he has to be that person.
So we need somebody to talk about him. Because remember, that's when he snapped. When Philadelphia, the linebacker talked about it, he was like, "Oh man, we expected him to do that. He probably gonna lose the game for him," and he snapped. So San Francisco, if y'all knew something good for you, don't say nothing about Kirk Cousins. Don't say nothing because he snaps when you talk about him.
Hey, Titans, Patriots.
Well, we saw that. We saw them. They'll run over them. Tom,
the Patriots. See. People hate Tom Brady. I'm a fan of Tom Brady. I'm not a fan of the Patriots.
Oh, no.
I'm a fan of Tom Brady. He is the GOAT.
Oh,
and nobody can take that away from him. The thing is this: just like Philly, but they had a little more than Philly. The personnel was not there.
Right.
The Patriots didn't expect to go to do that much this season. We just thought that the Titans would have been not seasoned during the
postseason.
Yes, exactly, the postseason. The Titans, we didn't expect the Titans to do what they did. But the Titans are a solid team. The Titans can win this game this week coming up.
Yes, they can.
But they had a hurt Edelman at best.
All right.
And the tight end is okay, but the team was lackluster, is how they say it. Lackluster. They didn't have it.
So is it their fault that they let go of Brown? Who cares about the shenanigans? They needed him.
They should have picked Brown right back up.
That's right.
One piece of the puzzle, and that's a whole different team.
Yeah, that's it.
They couldn't move the ball with the players that they had.
That's it.
Bills, Texans.
We saw that one. I saw that one going just like that. Him saving the day. Mr. Jackson, Mr. Watson. Randy Watson. Give it up for Randy Watson. I love you guys. Hey, how you look just like my I believe the children are our future. No, give it up for Watson. Randy Watson.
Sexual chocolate.
Sexual chocolate. Give it up for Mr. Watson. Mr. Watson, did you see that play at the end of the game, man?
Hey, man.
My old lady looked at that and was like, well, how did he do that, man? That dude's tough.
This guy was the first guy that we had a double take on as a quarterback.
Right.
He's something else. Coming from behind shows that he has a lot there, right? But the next person was Mahomes. That's the next person we had to double take on. But even Mahomes, he looks He looks unbelievable.
I think he's better than him. He don't got the pieces he got. He don't got the coach. He got no diss to Bill O'Brien.
Wow.
Reed, come on. Reed is top 5. Probably he'll go down as a top 10 greatest of all time. He's clearly the top 3 that's still alive. Still playing, coaching.
Right.
And then you got Kelsey and who the hell can stop Tariq?
Yeah.
Hopkins, you cool, but Tariq.
But see, you say Hopkins is cool because Hopkins has been injury prone.
Yeah, and
Hopkins is the number 1 wide receiver also.
Fantasy too, isn't he?
Well, I'm just talking about period in football.
Oh yeah.
He's the number 1 wide receiver that got moved to a second, but that team is fully loaded.
Yeah, that offensive line that KC has is actually.
They were fully loaded the season before too, though. But Kelsey got hurt, which was the Achilles heel to them getting put out. This season, they're in the Super Bowl. Hands down.
Shout out to Buffalo. Great defense. Allen started off well. He didn't have no cobwebs or nothing of that.
They'll be back.
Yeah,
they'll be back.
Man, you got to get rid of Gore. Gore, did he break Barry Sanders' record? He might have been 3rd now or something. Gore, you got to sit him down. He can sit back and watch with a
Why you hating on Gore? What's going on?
Come on, man. Gore, you did well for the age and all that. Let's be you watch that game. Stop. Singletary, I like you a lot. Buffalo, the problem you got is you don't have enough experience. You'll get that.
Yeah.
No.
That playoff atmosphere had a lot to do with it.
You had no receivers. Allen's not bad. I like him. He's tough. Big dude. Receivers, your defense is going to always be in the top 10. Always. That's what when you had Mark Levy, you had a solid defense with Bruce Smith and Tally them. Mm-hmm. Please get some receivers, and they look like they might they're probably going to take over that AFC East.
This draft is deep in wide receivers. You think they should go get a fresh wide receiver or grab a Dez Bryant coming back?
No, man. Get you fresh.
Okay. All right. Seahawks at the Eagles. What score did I say they were going to have?
20. It was total was going to be 41 though. You said 28 to
like 13.
What's his name? First name Russell, last name Wilson.
Yeah, but the Seahawks have played nasty the last 3 weeks. They haven't even shown their full potential. They haven't had a good game, and I think they're due for a good game this week coming in.
Ooh.
I think they're due for an exceptional game this week coming in. Philly, there's nothing to hold your head down about. I don't know why they got rid of your offensive coordinator.
Shout out to your man from last week.
Oh, yeah. Latham Mahilia, shout out to your team. You were hopeful any given Sunday, as we all seen, but just not enough pieces.
The injury, was that a legal hit?
On Wentz?
I was just saying, we got to ask.
Man, that was a freak injury. That wasn't like an intentional injury like he went after the man.
I don't have a problem with it, but based off the rules now, then you got to go, okay, that's wrong. Overall, man, get over it. Not saying you tripping.
Get over it.
Get over it. Come on, man. Wentz.
Get over here.
Every other 6 to 8 weeks with Wentz, this is what you're going to get from him. So,
hey, they got rid of Foles.
Remember you said they should keep him.
I said it. But hey, it is what it is. Vikings, 49ers.
Did we miss a game?
No, there was only 4 games. We hit them all.
Okay.
We'll put you backwards because we hit the Saints one first.
Okay. All right.
Vikings, 49ers.
I'll say this to y'all. This is a rare playoffs. I'm more undecided about these games than I've ever been.
Any given Sunday.
Yes, only because the Saints things didn't happen. I don't know. I want to pick San Francisco, but San Francisco can't stop the run, and Cooks didn't even have a great game.
Exactly.
He had a decent game. Can you imagine if?
Woo-wee.
Woo.
Imagine that.
And this is Garoppolo's first game, so
playoff atmosphere.
Yeah, I'll say this:
Kirk Cousins is gonna be trying hard.
That's a tough. I'm gonna stick with West Coast because that crowd. You've been there. You told me.
Yeah. Them 49er fans ain't no joke.
Yeah.
Saints fans, when you go to the stadium, hold hands and sit together. And after the game, if you guys win, stay in the stadium.
You mean Minnesota?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Minnesota, stay in the stadium. Have police escort you to your cars because the 49er fans ain't no joke, boy. They no joke. Hey.
We probably get this one. Garoppolo. They sneak past him.
I put Kansas City and 49ers in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
That was my pick. After the the Saints went down.
Okay.
If Kirk Cousins stand up and play, they'll beat the 49ers. That defense and that offense, I just, I can't say with a straight head the Vikings, because the 49ers are awesome. If the 49ers beat this team, I don't see any team in being able to step up and beat them. Because
the good point you're making, if y'all was able to do that to Breeze, what would you do to Garoppolo? He was able to,
Exactly. But see, they didn't do anything to Breeze. Breeze and that coaching did that to themselves. Mm-hmm. Look at that game that was played. That wasn't the Saints game. Right. They didn't go to Thomas. They didn't.
Yep.
They could have. Man, there was so many plays they could have did drag routes to Thomas.
Yeah.
Nothing. The trick plays instead of plays to Thomas to keep the cohesiveness, like you said, down the field. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Vikings. I'm gonna take my Super Bowl pick, and I'm gonna overstep it and take the Vikings. I feel with Cooks having a running game and a passing game.
Oh, Thielen, he has stitches, about 6 stitches in his ankle. Does that matter?
He's been playing hurt the whole time. Okay. He's been playing hurt the whole time. But I'm not taking anything from the 49ers. Remember, I said Kansas City 49ers Super Bowl. But this game, playing off of the energy from the last game, I'm going with the Vikings for the upset.
I'll take Frisco.
Okay, and Titans Ravens. Ooh-wee.
I wanted to go with Tennessee, but the report was they assumed that Ingram would be fine, but then I just read another report saying
game time decision.
Game time decision.
Yeah, I read that same report at this.
They need him.
I'll let you go ahead and pick this one first.
Well, they need him. If they don't have him, they're going to lose. I don't care. I'm not interested in
Ingram.
Yeah, they're going to lose if they don't have him, because he's the one responsible for you to have to make a decision if I'm going to take Lamar or I'm going to think they're going to run this ball with Ingram.
Titans. So who are you taking?
If they say Ingram's playing, Baltimore all day. Yeah.
I don't care if Ingram's playing. I'm taking the Titans.
Ooh.
And this is why. I'm going off of the Ravens being the better team.
Okay.
And should beat the Titans. But I'm going off of first time being in this type of situation. Super Bowl atmosphere.
Okay.
Jackson coming off of a first round bye, being rusty.
Okay. I assume that too.
I think he's going to be trying to do too much, and it's going to be his fault.
I would go there if he didn't play last year against the Chargers. He played last year, so he's been there.
This far in?
I mean, it's equivalent to the same thing because he had check me out.
All right.
It's equivalent to it's equivalent to last year due to the fact that they played at Baltimore first.
Do they have a bye?
No, you're right. Listen to me. But this would be their first time playing in the playoffs this year.
All right.
I would agree with you if this was a different team he's facing and he never been in the playoffs before.
Oh, so we split again. You taking the Ravens and I'm taking the Titans.
Until I see Ingram playing.
Okay.
They say he's playing for sure.
I'm taking the Titans, period.
Okay.
Texans at the Chiefs.
I have to switch up. I wanted to take my man Watson, but I got to go with how my man said, my homeboy, Patrick Mahomes.
My homie?
Yeah, my homie Skip. That's how we do it, Skip.
Well, y'all know I'm put Kansas City in the Super Bowl, Kansas City to win the Super Bowl. Mahomes gets his ring this year. Chiefs.
Andy Reid gets his first one. Let's give you a little history. The first Super Bowl was 1967. It was the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City lost 35-10.
Uh-oh.
The average avid fan didn't know that.
Uh-oh.
They would have assumed it was Green Bay and that other team. You probably wouldn't have figured it was Kansas City.
And this is NFL Super Bowl on the NFL 100.
This is NFL 100
So
season. Yeah.
We'll go from the first game to the second game. Is that a possibility, BB?
I don't know, man.
First game to a game 100?
I'm so confused because I thought I was right last week. You know?
Hey, can you do it with me?
What's that?
I like when the Chiefs be in they stand when they be like, Chiefs.
I thought they do. Don't they do this?
Oh, I do like that. Yeah. But
that's the one I like.
When all of them say Chiefs together,
Chiefs.
That's tight.
Chiefs.
That's tight. Chiefs all the way.
Yeah.
Last game, but not least.
I'm torn on this one, too.
Seahawks at Green Bay.
Well, I did the homework, looked that up, history of Kansas City and Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
If you can convince me, I'll take Seattle.
If I can convince you?
Convince me.
Okay, so I'll go first on this one.
Yeah, convince
me. Aaron Rodgers is clearly the best quarterback in this game.
Now you messing with me. His name Russell, last name Wilson.
Hey,
Wilson is the most underrated. I'm sorry, that's my man.
I'm a fan of Russell Wilson also, man. Russell Wilson is something else. But Aaron Rodgers is phenomenal.
He's been to 2 Super Bowls. Aaron
Rodgers is phenomenal. We're talking about passing.
Yes, my God.
I'm not talking about just talking everything all around. But I believe that the Seahawks have more firepower.
Okay.
Than what Green Bay can.
But I want you to convince me to take them, Pat.
Last name Wilson.
Okay.
Hey, what you want me?
Okay.
Hey, all you have to do in this game for Seahawks to win this game is double team Adams, which is Rodgers' top prospect out there.
I like that.
Graham, he's been non-existent the whole
Does he
season.
Come alive?
He's going to have to come alive. Okay. But if you're not, he hasn't been going to him regularly. I don't see him having a big game this game either. Mm-hmm. I see the Seahawks come out with that defense and strangle Rodgers.
What does Lynch do?
Lynch is going to have a big game. I say Lynch has 2 touchdowns and 170 yards in this game.
So he's just going to snap on Green Bay.
Beast mode all the way in this game. Beast mode. They're going to feed them, and they're going to run it down their throat. They're going to tire the Green Bay defense out. This is going to look nasty. Take it here first. Seattle Seahawks win this game.
Okay, well, I'm convinced because Green Bay is like 23rd against the run. So,
hey, but what's that old NFL saying?
On any given Sunday.
Hey, any given Sunday. And
it's happening at Lambeau Field. The frozen tundra. That's why they play the game.
I don't see anybody that can do the Lambeau League. Which one can do the Lambeau League? You got it. Rodgers to get a touchdown. I say that the Packers will have like 13 points.
No, come on, Pat. That's going to go over. They're going over 47? I think it's going to be about 55 points total.
Who's going to get these points for Green Bay?
Aaron. I mean, the running back.
I think Seattle's going to have it's going to be like that Philly game, 28-13. 28-13.
What y'all think, man? Because I'm nervous about
Seahawks 28, Green Bay Packers 13.
So they're going to smack. They're going to smack them a little bit.
Smack them. Aaron Rodgers will have to do some running in this game, and I don't see that. Your man Russell Wilson, he's going to run, he's going to pass, and he's going to hand that ball off to the beast mode.
Okay, what about the weather? It's supposed to be 35 degrees.
The weather's not going to be a factor. Not going to be a factor.
Unless it was like 5 degrees or something like that.
Hey,
if it was below 4, come on now.
You heard the picks here.
Well, one more factology to give you. Seattle has not beaten Green Bay in Lambeau since 99.
That's something.
21 years, Pat.
Tune in next week. 5 o'clock, baby?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, Thursday. We'll see y'all. Thank you for tuning in to Blow the Whistle. Remember, like, subscribe, and share. We out.
Peace.
Flame on, flame on, flame on, flame on, flame on. It's about that time of day, let all the warriors come out and play. You tuned in to PB Smiley and Wayne Holloway. And me, my name's Santos, the Human Torch. And it's the hottest show around, it's called Blow the Whistle Sports. And today's the day, we talking sports and we came to play. Got no filter, we say what they all afraid to say. As last time we checked, football was a man's sport. So we don't let nothing fly like you ain't got a passport. We lot of fans, we attached to y'all. We talk about everything in the catalog. From football to basketball, we never had a loss. My team's so official, got stripes like the ref. That's why they call us